Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to introduce our topic, shot types in filmmaking. On this first slide, you'll see the title and our source, SlideMakeCom. Over the course of this presentation, we'll explore different shot types used in filmmaking, what they mean, and how they're used to tell stories visually. So let's get started and dive into the fascinating world of filmmaking techniques. Let's take a closer look at shot types and why they're so important in visual storytelling. Shot types are essentially the tools filmmakers use to craft the story visually. They help us set the mood, give us perspective, and show us how characters relate to each other. When you understand different shot types, you can communicate your story more clearly and effectively on screen. This knowledge allows filmmakers to guide the audience's emotions and understanding, making the story more engaging and impactful. So, mastering shot types is a key part of being a skilled filmmaker, helping you tell your story in the most compelling way possible. So let's talk about what shot types actually are. Essentially, shot types refer to how we frame and position the camera in relation to the subject. This includes the distance from the subject and the way we compose the shot. These choices are incredibly important because they shape how the audience perceives characters and scenes. For example, a close-up can create intimacy or intensity, while a wide shot gives a sense of space or isolation. Different shot types serve different storytelling purposes, whether to build emotion, establish setting, or highlight relationships. As we go through this presentation, keep in mind how each shot type can influence the mood and narrative, helping us tell stories more effectively through visual language. Let's talk about the importance of shot selection. Proper shot choices are crucial because they guide the viewer's focus and emotional response. When you pick the right shot, you can direct the audience's attention exactly where you want it, whether it's to a character's expression or a key detail in the scene. Shot selection also helps establish the spatial relationships within a scene. It shows how characters and objects are positioned, creating a sense of space and context that supports the storytelling. And beyond that, the choices you make in shots can subtly reveal character traits and story details. For example, a close-up might hint at a character's inner emotions, while a wide shot can provide context about their environment. All these elements tie back to the overall theme of crafting a compelling visual narrative, using shots intentionally to enhance storytelling and connect with the audience on a deeper level. In this slide, we're looking at a wide shot, which is really about capturing the entire environment along with our subject. This type of shot is essential because it helps set the scene and gives viewers a clear sense of place. By showing the full context, it allows us to understand how everything is related spatially. Often, we use wide shots when introducing a location or establishing the environment where the action takes place. It's a powerful way to orient the audience and build a sense of immersion. When you see this shot, think about how it frames both the subject and its surroundings, giving a complete picture. In the bigger picture of storytelling, the wide shot is foundational. It provides the context that everything else builds upon. It's like giving your audience a map before diving into the details. So, whenever you're setting a scene, remember how valuable this shot is for establishing the spatial relationships and grounding your story. Let's talk about the extreme wide shot, or EWS. This type of shot is all about capturing a vast area, emphasizing the scale or grandeur of the environment around us. It helps viewers really grasp the scope of what's in the scene. One of the key effects of an EWS is that it can make the subject appear small or even insignificant within the larger landscape. This feeling of vastness can evoke emotions like awe or insignificance, which is often exactly what we want to achieve. You'll often see this shot used for establishing scenes, setting the stage so viewers understand the context or environment. It's also perfect for dramatic landscape views that highlight the beauty or enormity of a location. In the bigger picture of visual storytelling, the EWS helps us communicate scale and context effectively. It's a powerful tool for creating an emotional connection and setting the tone for the scene that follows. Let's talk about the full shot, or FS as we often call it. This shot is all about capturing the entire human body from head to toe. It's really useful because it allows us to see the whole posture and how someone moves. When you're using a full shot, you're highlighting the person's overall physical presence, how they carry themselves, their stance, and their gestures. This makes it a powerful tool to communicate confidence, emotion, or character traits. Remember, in storytelling or analysis, the full shot helps set the scene and gives the audience a complete view of the subject's physicality. Today, let's talk about the medium shot, or MS as it's often called. This shot generally frames the subject from the waist up, giving us a nice balance between showing character details and providing some background context. It's a versatile choice that helps the audience connect with the character without losing sight of their environment. You'll most commonly see the medium shot used during conversations and interactions because it allows viewers to see facial expressions clearly while still capturing some of the surroundings. This makes it ideal for scenes where dialogue and character reactions are key. By focusing on this framing, we can really emphasize the emotional connection and the dynamics between characters, which ties into our overall theme of storytelling and visual communication. So, in essence, the medium shot is a powerful tool that helps us tell more engaging and relatable stories on screen. Now, let's talk about the close-up shot. A close-up tightly frames the subject's face or sometimes a specific detail. This type of shot is really powerful because it reveals emotion and subtle facial expressions that might be missed in wider shots. It helps the audience connect more deeply with the subject by showing their feelings clearly. Using a close-up is especially effective when we want to create a sense of intimacy, making viewers feel like they're right there with the subject. It's also great for highlighting important details that are crucial to the story or message we're trying to convey. So, in our overall presentation, remember that close-ups are a key tool for emphasizing emotion and detail, drawing your audience into the moment. Let's talk about the extreme close-up, or ECU. This technique involves zooming in very tightly on a small detail, like an eye or a hand. It's all about focusing intensely on one specific element. By doing this, it emphasizes that particular feature or moment in a way that really grabs the viewer's attention. It's not just for show. It's often used to convey significant emotional cues or important narrative points. When you see an ECU, it's usually because the director wants you to connect deeply with a character's feelings or to highlight a crucial detail that drives the story forward. So, in the context of the overall presentation, remember that ECU is a powerful tool for adding emotional depth and emphasis to your storytelling. Let's talk about the over-the-shoulder shot, or OTS. This shot gives us a view over a character's shoulder, which is really effective in visual storytelling. You'll often see it used during dialogue scenes because it helps establish the physical relationship between characters. It's a great way to show where characters are in relation to each other within a scene. Most importantly, the OTS shot creates a sense of perspective, making viewers feel like they're right there in the conversation. It also adds intimacy, drawing us closer to the characters' interactions. So, when we think about how to make scenes more engaging, remember that the over-the-shoulder shot is a simple yet powerful tool to deepen our connection with the story and its characters. Now, let's talk about the point of view shot, or POV. This shot shows the scene from a character's visual perspective, meaning we see exactly what they see through their eyes. It's a powerful way to put the audience right into the character's shoes. By doing this, we can really immerse viewers into their experience, making the scene more personal and direct. POV shots are often used to build empathy, helping the audience understand what the character is feeling or thinking. They can also be great for creating suspense, as viewers are placed in the middle of the action, wondering what will happen next. In the context of storytelling, this technique is especially useful because it pulls viewers closer to the narrative, making the story feel more immediate and engaging. So, when you're watching a film or a scene that uses a POV shot, remember it's all about connecting the audience more deeply to the character's point of view. Now, let's take a look at the two-shot. This is a framing technique where we include two characters within the same shot. It's really useful because it allows us to show their interaction directly, making their relationship feel more immediate and personal. When you see two characters together in one frame, it instantly helps the audience understand how they relate to each other. It visually establishes a connection, which is especially important in storytelling or dialogue scenes. Overall, the two-shot is a powerful tool for emphasizing relationships and interactions, tying into our broader goal of creating engaging, connected narratives on screen. Let's talk about the high-angle shot. So this technique involves looking down on the subject from above, giving us a perspective that's slightly detached or distant. It's often used to make characters seem vulnerable or powerless, which can really influence how the audience perceives them. When we see someone from above, it can evoke feelings of sympathy or concern, depending on the context. Another important aspect is that the high-angle shot can also be used to emphasize the dominance of the environment over the characters. It's a way for filmmakers to show that the setting or situation is in control, overshadowing the characters' individual agency. Overall, understanding this shot helps us grasp how camera angles can shape the story's emotional tone and the power dynamics between characters and their surroundings. It's a subtle but powerful tool in visual storytelling. Now, let's talk about the low-angle shot. This technique involves looking up at the subject from below, which instantly changes how we perceive them. When you use a low-angle shot, it can make your characters appear more powerful, larger than life, or even intimidating. This is especially useful when you want to emphasize authority or heroism, making the audience see the character as strong and commanding. Throughout our discussion on camera techniques, remember that the angles you choose can significantly influence how your audience perceives your story and characters. The low-angle shot is a perfect example of how perspective can be a powerful storytelling tool. Now, let's talk about the Dutch angle, also known as the tilted shot. This technique involves tilting the camera to create a slanted horizon. It's a simple but powerful way to visually communicate a sense of unease or disorientation. When you see this in films, it often signals that something off or that characters are experiencing psychological tension. It's especially common in suspenseful or psychological scenes, where the visual distortion helps to amplify the emotional impact. So, the Dutch angle is a great tool for filmmakers to subtly influence how we feel about a scene, making us more engaged and alert to underlying tension. All right, let's talk about the establishing shot. This is a crucial element in visual storytelling because it sets the scene and gives the audience a clear sense of location. When I say it provides context for the upcoming action, I mean it helps viewers understand where things are happening before we dive into the details. Usually, you'll see an extreme wide shot or an aerial view used here. These kinds of shots give a broad perspective, allowing us to grasp the scale and environment of the scene. It's like giving the audience a map before they explore the story further. By doing this, the establishing shot ensures that viewers are grounded in the setting, making the subsequent scenes more impactful and easier to follow. It's a simple but powerful way to orient your audience right from the start. Tracking and dollies are essential tools in filmmaking that help us create smooth and engaging shots. When we talk about tracking shots, we're referring to moving the camera steadily through space, which allows us to follow the action or explore a scene in a fluid way. This technique helps keep the audience immersed and focused on what's happening. Dollies are devices that support the camera and enable dynamic movement. They give us the flexibility to follow characters or objects seamlessly, adding energy and dimension to the shot. Think of dollies as the wheels that help us glide smoothly along with the scene. Both tracking shots and dollies are crucial for maintaining viewer engagement because they make the visuals more dynamic and immersive. They also help preserve spatial awareness, so viewers always know where characters are in relation to their environment. Overall, these tools are about bringing movement into storytelling in a way that feels natural and compelling, helping us connect the audience more deeply with the story we're telling. Static shots keep the camera perfectly still, which helps us really focus on the subject itself. When we use a static shot, we're emphasizing stability, which can create a sense of calm or reliability. Or it might highlight tension, making the audience feel the intensity of a moment. Sometimes, it's all about showing a lot of detail that might get lost with movement. Strategically using static shots allows us to control the packing of our story and direct the viewer's focus exactly where we want it. So remember, these shots are powerful tools for guiding emotion and attention in our filmmaking. Now, let's talk about combining shot types. Filmmakers often blend different shot types to add richness and depth to their storytelling. By doing this, they can better convey emotions, set the mood, or highlight specific details. Transitions between these shots are also crucial because they guide the viewer's emotions and understanding of the story. A smooth transition can evoke feelings of continuity or surprise, depending on how it's done. And of course, effective editing plays a key role here. It ensures that the visual narrative flows seamlessly, making the entire story feel cohesive and engaging. Overall, this combination and thoughtful editing are what make a film truly compelling and immersive. So, as we wrap up, let's talk about the importance of shot types in visual storytelling. Essentially, shot types are the building blocks that help us communicate mood, perspective, and clarity in a film. When you choose the right shot, you're not just picking a frame, you're shaping how the audience experiences the story. Mastering these shot types gives filmmakers the power to craft more compelling and immersive narratives, drawing viewers in and guiding their emotional journey. Remember, every shot you select plays a crucial role in telling your story effectively.